All right, so here's Sam Mattis. Sam came to the garage. This past weekend with Noah, his training partner. Dude, these guys are studs. Um, I had done the review of Sam, and some people thought I was hard on him, but I wish people would realize, like, I'm going to be hard on a guy like Sam because he's the best in the country, and everybody's always blowing him, telling him how great he is, which he is great, but I think he can be world class and be absolute one of the best discus throwers ever from the U.S. and probably the best clean discus thrower from the U.S. If he fixes some things. So when I'm doing this, like, I'm trying to help Sam and Marlon, his dad, and Jake Brenza, who helps him. I'm not trying to, like, put this guy down because I'm jealous of him and jealous of his accolades. Like, I'm trying to help him get better. So I just want to get that out of the way because everybody gets all upset that I was so hard on him. But I'm hard on everybody. I told Sam, I said, dude, I got a 4-year-old. I'm hard on my 4-year-old when he's falling all over the soccer field. So I wanted to get that out of the way because I really think Sam could be legit even more than he already is. So here's this throw. He took a bunch of heavier nons. He took a couple with a reverse, but this was a non. Okay, so actually, I think that might be a 2K he's throwing in this one. So I think with Sam, some of his issue, so he loads the left pretty well. And if you see, I always look for this. When this is at 90, that's picked up. So he looks good. He's loading that left pretty well for disc. But I think he could keep the discus maybe back a hair and keep that a little lower, this right foot a hair lower. Like here's the other thing is that right here he's in a good position so that if he came through and came down with that, I think he'd be in a really good spot. But what happens is Sam comes and it keeps coming up. You can see right here it's still going up there. So I think if he was down a bit, I talked to his dad about this too a little bit. If that right got down a little quicker, I think he'd be in a better position. And he's trying to rip, but see, so what happens is that I notice is that he ends up with a lot of his momentum working towards that corner out of the back, and then when he lands, if you see here, a lot of his weight is starting to go to the right here. So you can actually see it pretty clearly. So he tends to lose. This one he lost pretty hard to the right. So I think, like, the big thing with Sam, I think, is that if he could get down a little tighter and get off this left a little sooner. So I think he could get off his left right about here. So he's not far off. He's close. It's just going to feel uncomfortable the first couple times. If he gets off the left and gets that right down a little quicker, that's going to get him more aligned. And instead of everything coming this way, so his weight's coming that way, he should be a bit, so like you can see here, there's a tilt working to that right side. If everything was sort of set up, it's like this position I don't really like at all. He's got to rotate that whole upper body around that finish a bit more. You can actually sort of see on his left foot, that tells a lot. Like he should be coming forward a bit more. I think for Sam, nons where he would do like a finish and then step forward. So get off his left a little sooner, put his right down a little quicker, and then a non-reverse where he finishes and steps forward instead of, see here, he's like, so what ends up happening is that with his release, the disc is going that way. His body's coming this way. You can see here. Whereas if he would finish, it'd be like this rotates a bit more around, and then this right foot steps forward more. See, like he doesn't have enough weight moving forward to actually be able to do that. Dude, he's a stud. He's a beast. So he's going to throw far. I just think there's some things he can work on, and I talked to his dad about it. I think he's a strong kid. He's really strong. He's got a good body. Arms could be a little longer. He was telling me about his arms were a bit short. But I think, too, he tends to dip here with that right. So that right's dropping a bit too much, too. Right hand. Right here. But he looks good.